Why and how? Do it then, do it when, but do it now. What's up, sweet cakes? Who's hit anyway? Love girls are easy. What you gonna do, little buckaroo? All you gotta do, happy fool, is ask your mom. No, we all can be super fly. GQ, PhD, FBI. You can pretend and you can try. Move ahead, lay down dead, or slip on by. When the truth seems so far away, Buddha loves you and Jesus saves. You need answers for your dismay. Ask yourself, ask your mom, ask DNA. What's up, sweet cakes? Who's hit anyway? The girls are easy. What you gonna do, little buckaroo? All you gotta do, happy fool, is ask your mom. Yeah, just ask your mom. Do. Just ask your mom.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Cap Gaming. Always out here bringing you the latest, greatest. Bitcoin is over 100k. Oh my God, it is a green day today. Finally, it has happened. Have we entered the promised land? Well, that's the theme of the space. Taking it back, taking it all the way back to bring back late 2021. I mean, I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to be up so high, guys, but are we back? Are we back in that kind of sense that we can say, like, it's 2021 level? I don't know yet. I'd love to hear everyone else on the panel. And we have a stacked bunch of people up here just bringing up Shido. We got Soulbound, we've got The Pipe, and we, of course, have Greenlinks and Shaolin and Ophid up on the stream as well. So if you're just joining us, say hi to all these lovely people and let's get this round of intros started. So feel free to kick it off, Ophid, and then we'll go over to Shaolin.
Nice one, folks. Let's get this show on the road. It's a great topic. I was hyping it up earlier on a couple of spaces, particularly the Triumph space, about how it's one of these type of topics that brings good vibes and a lot of banter. So let's give it a go. And thanks to everybody for joining us in the audience today. So let's hit the road, Jack.
Exactly. Hit that like, that retweet, that share, and get these lovely people followed. If you're not following them already, they're giving their time just to be here with you and take it back to 2021. So without further ado, let's go to the Shaolin for your intro. And do you remember when Twitter were bringing in the Hexagon PFPs?
Yeah, no, 100%. Man, so this is just one of those topics that I think is crazy because, for me, I got into late 2021 in terms of actual buying. The friction of just KYC, getting a wallet, buying these digital JPEGs for, tens of thousands of dollars just seemed a little out of touch for me, being outside of the space for the first time. And so, yeah, no, but it brought the vibes, man. You could never doubt anything better than the vibes of 2021 and just getting a whitelist and being able to mint.
Oh man, whitelists back in the day, they meant something, man. A project could just give out a whitelist, just give out a whitelist, and everyone would go crazy on the timeline. Yeah, those were the days. What do you say, Soulbound? Do you remember? Do you remember the good old days?
The good old days when, when every single NFT you had crypto dig butts and the randomest things pumping over one ETH and people just day trading anything. And oh man, the good old days whitelists, you were actually something everybody used to hunt after. Man, bring NFTs back, baby. Make NFTs great again. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah. Gotta
but yeah,
love
no,
that.
I guess yeah. Am I supposed to do a quick intro here? Is this my time
Yeah, do it.
to
This your time to
awesome.
shine. I've got hiccups, so keep going. I'm gonna get a glass of water.
Oh no.
All good. Yeah, quick intro. This is Marcello. You guys already know me. I do a lot of cool stuff. One of the cool things I do now, I'm head of spaces here at Soulbound. We are next generation television. We're bringing some live streaming to Web3. We're doing some cool stuff. We got some AI agents coming very soon. We've got our deep in nodes powering our incredible network. We're taking care of our creators, not just our creators, even our viewers and our community. You get to participate in this ecosystem and get rewarded for your time. But yeah, super happy to be here, guys. Excited for the topic. I will have to say, unfortunately, I didn't realize I have another call at the 30-minute mark, so I'll make sure to chime in as much as I can, but I'll have to hop off after that point. But thanks for having me, guys.
Always happy to have you, and always happy to join your space earlier as well, Marcello. That was a good one. Started off about mobile games, and then we wandered into the territory of people sliding a Neuralink into your brain and what that would mean for dating. Would you date someone with the opposing chipset? All good, all good. Crazy times. I see
That was a
Shaolin, you
good
got your
one.
hand up. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, I guess I should introduce myself. So I'm the Shaolin. I'm the community manager at D Labs. We have Boxing Star X, Rumble Racing Stars, as well. We've got TGE coming soon, so you can imagine the bluster and the work
Hype.
behind the scenes that are going on. But yeah, and I'm also an advisor for Andromeda. So good times, man. Nothing but good times with great builders.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I wish you 2021 levels of success with your TGE. It's all good. Up next, we have Shido.
Hello, everyone. Vlad behind the mic here. Some quick intro on Shadow. We are doing VM layer one proof of stake blockchain that's currently preparing for a major upgrade that will bring burning, new consensus, and much more cool stuff. Also, we have working decks, NFT marketplace in the making, AI agents and the full-scale AI models coming to the chain pretty soon as well. So yeah, and about the 2021, if I may touch on this topic, because it was sort of for me a time when I got into crypto more deeply. Actually started in 2019, then got consumed with my PhD work. And then suddenly I'm looking at the NFTs and they're like flying for several $100K. I was like, what the hell? What am I doing? Like the doctor stuff is not the right path I've chose.
That is definitely a coming of age. And I'm sure in 2022, you were like, shit, I need to go back to being a doctor. Because that was a brutal come down, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I was really happy that I have a solid day job back then.
It's all good. And talking of day jobs and pipe dreams, the pipe.
Hey guys, thanks for letting me come and join you. So this is the Pipe GDAO in general, and in particular, it's Batsy, aka Batsy.wallet. I'm the founder and lead contributor of the Pipe GDAO, and we are an impact finance ecosystem, mostly focused on funding university research and development projects from labs. And our aim is to bring those university pipe dreams into reality.
And what's your 2021 memory?
Oh, where do I start? I got my mom into crypto, right? She was very
Amazing.
She was very reluctant. She indulged me as moms do, and then she made a shitload of money. And she told me about Solana, and I was like, nah, whatever. Just another one of those coins. And it fucking went to the moon, and she made a shitload of money. I was like, fuck.
Your
Why
mum
the
outtraded you on Solana, me on the trenches. Your mum trenched you. That is the best one so far, man.
Best
Yeah, I
2021
was,
story.
based mom that I've heard. Absolutely. Damn.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? So she made a ton of money on Sol, right? So
And
it's
I
like,
bet she actually sold it as well. I bet she
yeah,
didn't just like just round trip that.
yeah. Of course, she took some profit. Although, the extended part of the other side of the coin, at least for her, for me, it was a double whammy, right? You know, we bought into all the hopium, like, hey, diamond hands, because going to 500K. Little did we know that this is game theory. You know, they wanted us to remain in the trade so they could sell before us. You know, so I didn't take enough
Terrible.
money off the table, particularly in kind of April and May 2021. I should have fucking sold. I made a lot of money on Engine Coin and Cardano in particular.
Oh,
Those were,
Cardano.
yeah.
Those
Oh
were the
man,
days.
yeah. Actually, I did very well on that, but I should have taken my chips off the table. I should have listened to that opium bullshit. That's my memory.
And yeah, it's certainly feeling like a different bull market these days. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Bitcoin over 100K, if that had coincided with 2021, I think our heads would have exploded, my friends. I think we would have ushered in a new era, and we'd all actually see Illuvium being a success as opposed to whatever it is now. But anyway, we got some more people up on here. What's your 2021 memory? Zero cool.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Zero Cool. I'll do a quick little intro. I do stuff with Project Gajira Group, also known as Jirasan, sorry. I also work with Kabu and Altura, all good projects that are definitely pushing the needle in the space. But yeah, like, man, there's just so many memories from 2021. One of the ones was just like literally me and all my real life friends, on the little the end kind of the COVID and people being just like in their houses all day long. So a couple of my friends, we just came together on Discord and we used to just go and sit in Discords and hang out and literally grind whitelists. And it was legit. Like you could literally be grind, like if you grinded Invisible Friends or something like Hape, you could just literally be like for 3 months just hanging out in channel, just making art, playing games, sitting in VC, just like vibing and talking in chat, and then it actually pays off with several $1,000s because ETH was at a crazy number back then too. And even into 2022, that 3D art stuff that was out there was insane. I remember people hiring virtual assistants to come and grind whitelist for you, and you wouldn't even be hanging out in Discord. You'd be managing the people that you have hanging out in Discourse, and they'd be making art for you and videos, and like it was like a whole like production. Like you had a team working for you. Obviously, that'd be a waste of money now, but man, there's some insane times. I mean, even back during that bull run, Gajira's Genesis was like they minted right at the end of 2021. That went up to 20 ETH.
What
Absolutely
the
wild,
flip?
astonishing, and it was a
Oh, man.
0.05 whitelist cost.
Oh,
And yeah, I mean, I could go on for a very long time, but
I
very
mean,
crazy
that's what the
times.
space is for, man. This is the space where we do get to go on
Exactly.
for a very long time, man. We got to bring back
It's
that energy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I think that people don't realize, because you look at your little ETH gas tracker and you see 0 and you see a 1 and stuff like that, and you think like, wow, that's interesting. That's like the normal, right? But back in the day, man, people used to get like on really hype whitelists or during a mint phase, people would jack up their gas to where they pay like
Other
$500,
dudes, man.
and
Other
they didn't even
dudes.
care. They were like fine with it because they'd still have like the profit margin was still there and they could still make money. And like having gas at 100 was like sexy. That was like
Dude,
like celebration worthy if it was only 100. But
I remember.
sure,
I remember
yeah,
there were times when you just couldn't. You couldn't go on chain. Like there,
yeah,
literally, you couldn't get. You couldn't exit a bag. You couldn't exit a bag because it would cost you so much to exit the bag, and everything was going up anyway. That it was
yeah. And
almost impossible to take profits.
if you had a whitelist also, it wasn't like, okay, cool, I have all day to mint my whitelist. It was literally like everything was oversubscribed, like an over allocated, and you had to literally be there instantly. You didn't want to wait to see, oh, how are the numbers? How many are minted? Like you literally had to mint immediately or you were literally going to be left out. And I knew some friends like on some big whitelist just kind of like sat around, and then they ended up like, wait, it's sold out. What is this? It's nuts, man.
I mean, dude, some of the projects. And just introducing our last speaker up here. If I missed anyone, apologies. Bitchin' Universe. Have you got any bitchin' 21 stories? No.
Hey man, how you guys doing?
Hey,
Roger here with the Fitchin account.
hey, man.
Uh,
Good to hear your voice.
Good. 2021, interesting for me. I'm one of the founders of Wayfinders as well. Fitchin is a client of mine that, I do a lot of their marketing and growth because they're one of the only Web 2 platforms in Web 3. They have over 200,000 users in South America playing games like Free Fire, Pokemon, and other Web 2 games and actively growing that. So, it's been good to see, Web 2 and educating them into the Web 3 atmosphere. 2021 was when I opened my base set Pokemon box live on stream to over 5,000 viewers was probably my highlight. Opening a original base set Pokemon box was very nostalgia for me and
Did you
one of
get
my
any good
goals.
pulls? What was your
Pull
best pull?
pull two Charizards, so yeah, it was really good box.
Seriously, man, you are blessed. You are definitely blessed. I mean, you must have got, pulling two Charizards from a base set box. That's pretty crazy. And it's actually a massive thing now. Like, there's a lot of people on TikTok just opening packs day in, day out. And yeah, I think if anything, Pokemon card openings got bigger since then.
Oh yeah, it died. It actually was big. Pre-COVID, going in after COVID, it was, and then 2022, 2023, it died out again.
Mhm.
And then just about a year ago, it picked back up with all the announcements and releases and all that. It is back to where it was. It is one of the main topics, and yeah, it's definitely an industry right now that's growing again and picking up. And live streams is one of the biggest revenue drivers right now for Pokemon cards.
Yeah, no, that's true. And generally, like, I think so much has changed since 2021. It's not just that, the bull market feels different this time. It's like people in 21 wouldn't think twice about just jumping into a new project with size, just based on the fact that it was a new project. And that goes for like VCs, that goes for investors. I mean, this was before even call rounds happened because you remember the calls got rich from being paid bank in 21. And so the call round really was started in sort of 22 when they actually got that money and started to deploy themselves. And that was kind of like the last gasp of like the easy money, even though it was the bear market at the time. But I just sort of like to go around and see like what do you, there's some amazing events. If you go back to what happened, Coinbase publicly listed like 69 million Beeple's $69 million NFT sale, us all having hexagon PFPs. Like that was absolutely crazy. Dogecoin, remember? That was insane. Tesla did a Bitcoin investment. We had loads of games launching. So it's it's really nuts, right? So, just in the first, as we're getting towards the middle, what do you remember from that, like JPEGs, like that JPEGs era when JPEGs were gold? Did any of you get into apes?
We're talking about 2021.
Yeah, like
Yeah, so
2021.
I ended up buying Mutant Apes at around
Mm,
2 Ethereum. And the reason I did that is because, I in 2021, obviously I owned a Pokemon card shop, a collectible
mhm.
business. I was, memorabilia. So when I saw Pokemon cards, taking, you know, what the kind of the growth that they were, it made sense for me to look at the NFT sector and be like, okay, this is going to be the future of collectibles is digital, right? So, when I saw how different, how mutant apes were at 2 Ethereum and the board apes were at like, I think 20 or 40 at the time, I go, there's no way that these both NFTs have such a big difference in price range. And it just kind of made sense to me that the mutants were going to go up. So I ended up buying a few mutants at around 2 Ethereum with a business partner of mine. And yeah, they shot up all the way to 40 ETH, right? So, and then the board ape shot up to, I think, 200 Ethereum was, I think, the top or something of that nature. So, it was interesting to see that cycle. But, from a collectible standpoint, it made a lot of sense. People received that check from the U.S. government, the stimulus check. So a lot of money was going into collectibles already, NFTs. So these things added, extra stimulus to the ecosystem as well. That people had extra spending money too, with what was going on. So yeah, it was an interesting time. I think Bored Apes was a good example of what happened there and how big it got to where it is today. It's still healthy. Bored Apes are still running. They're still a business. They may not be as high as people want it to be, but I think it obviously corrected itself, right? And that's what we kind of saw.
That's all good. I see a hand up from the pipe dream. Tell us about 21 and what it meant to you.
Okay, well, I'll answer the question about apes first. There was a collection called Party Apes, which was out. I think it came out, not long after Bored Apes, or maybe it was before Bored. I'm not sure, right? But I think my one went up to like 1.5 ETH or something, or actually maybe 3 ETH, and I didn't sell.
Oh shit, man. Oh man, there's got to be all of these. Like the amount of the what was it, like derivative collections as well. Like there were hundreds of collections springing up all at once.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone.
I see Creon and Soulbound, you guys have your hand up. Whoever wants to jump in, feel free. And also Open Loot has joined the panel. So yeah, when you have a chance, Open Loot, give us your 21 memory.
But then in general, 21, that's where I really discovered that I was really quite good at helping people make money in crypto. So I started in 2020, me and two other guys started a WhatsApp group to help a mutual friend learn about crypto. He didn't know shit about it. Now it's got 150 people in it. There's like VC, there's like crypto hedge fund managers in it, and all sorts, right? So it's blossomed into this community. I've managed to get investors for my project from it, team members. So yeah, it was that really was a turning point in my career. That's when my kind of Web3 career really began, almost accidentally.
Yeah, that's it's definitely crazy. I think 21 forged a lot of dreams, and it started a crazy run on everything. I mean, I see a lot of hands up. Yeah, maybe Creon, Soulbound.
Oh yeah.
Is it cool if I go first? I have to hop off in like 2-3
Go
minutes.
for it.
Go for it, man.
Love you, Creon. Yeah, no, on my end, fuck, man. So what got me into the NFTs was this app called VV, VEVE, and I was convinced that this thing was gonna be it was gonna be the thing. They were basically onboarding big IPs.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
they
look
had
at
all the IPs, man.
Marvel, Disney, all of them, man. And it really sucks because at the peak of the NFT bull market, my portfolio was easily, well, it was almost 6 figures, and I had only put maybe a couple thousand at this point. And obviously, the genius that I was, I didn't sell anything because I'm like, yeah, this is going to 1 million. And then that whole bubble crashed, and now my portfolio is worth nothing, and nobody talks about VV, and it's completely dead. So, yeah, that would have been my moment. But yeah, the next time you guys see your backs bump, take profits.
It's okay, Marcelo. I probably have more stories than anyone like that. And for some reason, I just won't give up.
Oh, man.
But do you know what the point is here? The point is here is that Marcelo is still here. So he's still here, grinding away, being a legend, and that's what it's all about. And taking profits, and we need to take profits the next time.
Yep.
Like DeFi says, I'm never giving up. I'm never giving up. But I'm gonna get off, guys. I love you guys. I didn't realize I had a call at this time, but
hey, no worries. Take it
keep up
easy.
the
Enjoy
amazing
the call.
space. Yes, sir.
All good, all good. I see hands all around. Creon, you were so rudely interrupted.
There, huh? I don't know. It's a little bit capped, but we'll talk
That's
about
no
that.
cap. No cap, yeah. All good. Creon, your hand's falling off. Like, take it away, man.
Yeah. 2021 is definitely some a time when I want to come back, because I don't know, back then I didn't have any problems. I didn't have debts. I didn't have lots of dramas in life. I was very focused to trading and aping into some some projects, and especially when it comes to like Web3 games back then. that was the time when I actually reached my first 100K because I went over that. You know how huge that is in the Philippines, right? And then, I mean, yeah, clean 100K even after I got rugged about 24K for a project that rugged. But yeah, I had a guild, gaming guild, and we were having a good time, aping in different projects. The calls that I'm getting is because projects are pitching it to our guild for us to get into to ape in or to invest in their games. But now it's different. It's the opposite, right? I'm having meeting because I need to pitch to projects. And also that's when the time I experienced. Maybe that was the first time I experienced having the amount of money that maybe I would have to like work for 8 years before I have that amount, and also getting respected by a lot of people, which I thought was like like natural, but at the end, later 2022, I realized that it was not because they actually respect you, but because you were like leading a community or you have a lot of assets. So yeah, lots of lesson learned, towards 2022. But 2021 definitely something that I cherish a lot because I feel like I'm wise and very like disciplined back then. And financially, I was, like at the peak, and I'm hoping to be, to have this wisdom that I have right now, and then to be at that time. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I mean, 2021 was a time when basically we had like it was easy to get rugged, right? But people could get rugged like five figures one day and be back the next.
Yeah, it
There
was
was
easy
always
to get
another
rugged
whitelist.
and easy to get rich at the
Yeah.
same time somehow. And then it was also easy to like not take profits and get wrecked
Hmm.
later too. Like
100%, 100%. And as we're coming up to the halfway point, I'm just going to reset the room here. Like, I want everyone up to follow these fantastic speakers. Open loot, you're still yet to speak. So after the reset, we'll bring you up to chat a little bit. Share, comment, like the space. We will read all the comments. We will go through and see your 2021 memories. Like, what whitelists did you get in? What derivatives did you think were going to pump forever? Did you buy a lazy lion? Were you there when our gobblers went to shit? With like what all the crazy shit that happened? Like bring those memories, resurrect the joy of the space. I mean, Bitcoin's up over 100K. It still feels like a bear market. So I don't know what's up here. But yeah, I see we have open loot. Give us some love, open loot.
Hey Warp, how are you, man?
Yeah,
Sure,
always
I'll give
good.
you guys. I'll give you guys my take. Let me see who's here. DeFi, Creon, amazing guys. Quay's there
Senor
too.
Tomas, how you doing, buddy?
Hey brother, how are you? But yeah, guys, I kind of joined Web3 as on gaming by itself. I played Counter Strike professional or semi-professionally or professionally for the past 11 years of my life before I got into crypto. And I started actually on Decentraland, which is founded by our founder here in big time, Ari. So he founded Decentraland back in, I think it was end of 2020, start of 2021, something like that. And I got really curious because some of my friends were trying it out. It was all that speech about the future is not gonna be reality. It's all gonna be meta AI and metaverse and all that. So very curious about it. I joined. After that, I think I got into Xe, if I'm not mistaken. Then Splinterlands, and I started getting knowledge on Web3 games. I was always very focused on Web3 games, and then yeah, then I started to research a little bit more about crypto. Bought some NFT collections, but I'm a gamer. Always been a gamer. My knowledge and everything I know about marketing goes straight up to gaming. Um, so that's kind of my focus. Um, and yeah, I would say I joined the big time team 5 years ago, I think. And up to that point, I had knowledge about the game. I had a lot of knowledge about Ari because of Decentraland. But it's very nice to see the focus that they're putting in right now, especially the new games coming, Go Cody, Moonfrost, all that. And yeah, that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, no, fair play. I mean, it's definitely I like a lot of people have Axie in their story. I think this is one of the things that was really the genesis of Web3 gaming. That I mean, I speak to people who have started legitimate businesses in funds, in guilds, in running like scholarships, like the first, like I think Merit Circle was a guild. Like there are some really big names that actually basically
I think
spawned
that's
an
where
entire industry,
Ancient
right?
Eight kind of came from. The
Yep,
Ancient Eight was a gaming guild. What else? YGG probably
yep,
too.
YGG as well. Yes,
Merit Circle. I mean,
yep,
Merit
Merit
Circle.
Circle, Beam basically came
Yeah, you
out
know
of
what's
that.
funny? Am I butting in front of Jason? Did he talk already?
No, he hasn't.
No, but I'll let you go, bro. It's
Because we
fine.
love you.
Okay, so yeah, it's funny you're like saying, oh, everybody's story involves Axie, but mine doesn't. My first crypto game was back in 2020. It was actually an open source fork, like customized game, Super Crypto Card by like Real Chain Games. It was like the first project that launched on the Trust Swap like IDO platform back in like DeFi summer 2020. But yeah, basically, that my story with Axie, it's funny because I was helping my buddy Kevin Svensson with his like Discord and like Patreon community and everything, and we were getting like scammers coming in and like spamming scam messages about Axie, right? So my
Mhm.
first impression of Axie, or like the first I ever heard about it, it was just like annoying to me because we were getting like 20, 30, however many messages, and I kept having to like change the bad word filters and things. So like I completely just didn't even like look at Axie because like my first interaction with it was like a bunch
Trying
of
to be
scam
scammed, right?
messages. So I didn't even bother, and then by the time all the hype was there, I like get the opposite of FOMO most of the time. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's like a blessing and sometimes it's a curse because oftentimes you might think, oh, it's like it already like had its hype or like went, and then like it just keeps going or whatever, right? But then
Hmm.
like other times you'll be right and you'll say, oh, look, everybody was overhyped, and it was good that I avoided that. So
I mean,
it's
everything that's gone up has crashed down at some point, and the
oh
cycles get
yeah,
faster
for
and things
sure.
go crazy, man.
And
Jay,
I guess I have to insert a subtle shill because my profile picture was the first NFT I ever minted in crypto at all, and it's still utilized, and it's in our poker game, and it's going to be in our flagship title, Zoo Racers. It's in my name. So, what projects minted in 2021 that are still actually putting their shit in games? I'd love to
oh
know
jeez,
which projects other than like the blue chips. But yeah, who are we again? We're some bootstrap team that's been around for 4 years with no money, and somehow we have 3 games and we're still doing it. So
and it's
yeah,
because you
check
front
out
run
Player
everything,
because
DeFi.
we
You front
don't
run
give up.
everything, and that's exactly the moral of the story in this space. I see some hands popping up. We also have Kwai. Is that how we say it? Kwai boss?
Yes, sir. So work.
Hey, good to have you, man.
Hey, yeah. So my backstory is quite back there. It incorporates pretty much most of this, but yeah, I got into the NFT space in like 2017 with like Crypto Kitties, and then
Crazy.
yeah, it's like the
Hey,
Genesis
yeah,
one.
that was back.
and
What was
F.
it? My Ether wallet was like a solid alternative to MetaMask back then, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's like paper wallets and shit, pretty much. But
That's nuts, man.
no, yeah, and then like 2018, it was just kind of just like Crypto Kitties mostly. I think. Oh yeah, the end of 2018 was Decentraland. They had the huge land sale for the Genesis sale, I
Are
ended
you
up
a
I ended up miss
Splinterlands guy at all?
no,
Joe?
I missed the sale because I was getting down when it was 6,000 mana. I
Mm.
fell asleep and everything went and sold literally within an hour.
No.
So
Oh, man.
I missed that. I did buy land. I still have land from Vegas, so I still have a piece of land in the central land. But
Did anyone buy any sandbox at all? I mean, that
I
was a
did.
massive thing in
I
21.
sold 2 estates for $250,000. I bought them for $220 a piece for the estates. I sold each piece of
Beautiful.
land for about $40,000 to $50,000 a piece. I think it was like 30,000 a piece. The next two, Roller Coaster Tycoon and Snoop Dogg. So yeah, those sold really well. No,
That's
and then
fucking crazy.
but no, but the big one, or that was a really big one. I made a lot on that, but it was actually Infinity. So when they sold the Savannah lands and like
Mm.
the Savannah, it was the other one, and then the rare one, and then the they got the extra one. If you accidentally got it, you have to buy it or whatever, and then you get it.
Mm.
I forgot where the Genesis lands, right in the middle. Well, I
Mm.
ended up buying the Savannah lands for 0.7 ETH when ETH was only, I think it was $120 at the time. I sold it
Jesus.
for $25,000 in 2021.
But that was
Yeah,
your like evil twin who got in a boating accident, right, bro?
yeah. I mean, I had a really good life. I bought a couple houses, and just been living pretty well. But but now it's like it's back to ground zero. It's like all that
Yeah.
paper money,
I mean,
Um,
that's the thing. I feel like the entire space round tripped everything. I mean, it
yeah,
used to be possible to make these kind of plays on a human
crazy.
speed level, and now you have to be like sniper, like botted up fast. Like the alpha groups, there's a billion of them. I think,
Yeah,
yeah, the world's got faster.
it's,
I've got old. It's aged us. Like crypto, like we're more cynical than we used to be, and I think. I don't know. Are we missing out on shit, or are we just like aware that everything was just a Ponzi? It was just prettier and shinier back then. I'd love to hear some thoughts on that.
I
Jason,
mean,
mm,
I want to finish just the
yeah,
last
go for
thought.
it, man.
Um, I mean, it was like I felt that in the mention like the gaming side of thing is, yeah, I felt like I was super early, and yeah, I mean there was kind of an end to it, and I had a lot of times where I'm like, am I early? Is it a Ponzi, or if it's just like,
Mm,
am I super smart? You know what I mean? Like I've round tripped many of these projects. I've gone to AXS really early, selling at like 50 cents before I went to 120, or Gala before I went to like $4 or whatever, Mana before I went to whatever. But I sold super early, and
mhm.
it's just like we're all just kind of lucky to be there. It's like
Yeah,
if anything, we just figure out our niche in the space and like just just be there, you know what I mean? Like just stay there, be convicted on what your decisions, and like don't let anybody else tell you otherwise because they don't see it.
exactly. I mean, that's really important. It's like if you've carved out something for yourself, don't be afraid to take your profits. Don't be afraid to. If you have life-changing money, don't be afraid to change your damn life. Like this is the thing. If you see that, take it off the table, make it real. Like that's one of the things that is like some of the
You
greatest
don't have to report
regrets,
to
right?
anybody either. Like it's
Yeah.
like the whole point of decentralization. It's like if somebody sends you crypto or somebody pays you crypto, I'm probably getting rugged. I'm not in the barn. Oh no.
We can hear you, Ethan. No, or can we?
Now we're getting
Jason,
red.
Jason,
Jason.
your hand's been up for a country year. Give us your spiel.
It's falling off now. Matt won't let me up.
Yeah, no,
Good
I know you
man.
too well.
So yeah, so much, so many. I mean, Jesus, like going back to like the V chain days, like the BMW announcements, like all of that insanity that was going on there was
Crazy.
so, dude. It was such a hilarious time to be in the space. But like we spun out like with the first company from VeChain just because like there was such a disillusioned community that wanted something. And like one of my, I think the greatest things I've witnessed happen was a Filipino kid came into the community, got picked up by part of like the Dutch community, they taught him how to play our TCG. The guy won. I think it was. He won a couple of. No, he won like he won the tournament, like season 1 of that TCG. Sold some of the NFTs, bought some raffle tickets into a big event that we were doing, won the 1 of 1 NFT prize, and that was then bought from him for $500,000.
Jesus, and
Like
he was just a
that
kid
was
from the
all.
Philippines.
That was all within the space of, I think it was like a month and a half, 2 months.
Nuts. So this guy literally joined the community, and he just made Jenny wealth in
Dude,
like a month.
he speed ran the community. Like he literally just came in and then went out.
He's like the crypto kid equivalent of the Flappy Bird guy who made a game and then just ended up just completely changing his life. That's
He's
fucking
he's
fantastic.
now the king of the Philippines. So
Oh
he
yeah,
is.
no, totally. I found it awesome, and he knows like if you're when you're in the space, right? If you're backing, like back from like the ICO kind of craze, which it was a really good time for the space, and you could get somewhere like the projects that wanted to build something good were building something good, and they got the funds, and if people were making money, they were selling. It's like if you as an individual back a project, I hate this whole shamefy narrative. Like, bro, if you're raising funds and people invest and they have no conditions around, the lockups, I'm happy if someone is selling because me as a project, as a founder, I've received what I need to build, right?
Exactly. And
Let
then you
people
got to
take
go down
profit.
build.
Like, why would you be angry that someone's taking profits? Like, that is just dumb.
Yeah.
You want people
and
with
this is
conviction, yeah.
difficult, right? Like this is exactly what happens. Like we've changed conviction into you got to round trip everything. Like the amount of people who could have made money selling like from a community that gave them an airdrop or selling something that came in through what they've done, and they held on to it through like maybe a false sense of loyalty, and then the project just fucking evaporated. Like take what you can when you can. It's not PvP, and there's a difference between absolutely slaying a community when you just dump 70% of whatever it is you've sniped, and like your small bag that you've been grinding for, being told off for selling that on day one. Like fuck them, make your
No, then
money, take your chance, man.
listen, celebrate your damn wins. And if there's projects or these so-called anon devs that are literally just launching a token, if they have something negative to say about you, selling what you've made, those people aren't in this for the right damn reason. It's like if you're a founder and you're a company, right? You're investors in the traditional world, like you want them to make money. Well, in this space, it's the same. I'd be more happy if people are making money than if they aren't, because if they aren't, they're going to be pissed.
And they're gonna love you. Like when people make other people make money, the love for them doesn't die. I mean, if you like in this sort of last segment as we're wrapping up, I think it would be good to sort of review like where are the blue chips of 21? What's happened to those things? And do we see like a bright future for them? I mean, I see a lot of hands up. I just want to bring up in this sort of time is like, you remember D-Gods? You remember all of that craze around cult-like NFT founders, and it took years for the shine to wear off. A lot of these kids didn't know what to do with the money, didn't know what to do with the wealth, and it's a crazy, amazing space. But I mean, everything's changed since then. I have no idea the order of the hands, so if anyone wants to
Shaylin, and then Creon, and then Pipe.
go for it.
So the crazy things is like the ones that have fallen off, right? You're talking about 10 KTF. You're talking about obviously Artifact and their rising the acquisition from Nike. We're talking about Carrefour, which is like if they had a rare, you're talking about 100 each sales. I mean, there was
Dead fellow.
right, Dead Fellows. Yeah, I mean, there's an insane amount of projects that went up and then obviously got rugged. But what I will say, just to add to a lot of that too, with all of these cultures and these things, is like we're talking about spaces, right? Like, can you imagine going to a space and then having these mint parties and just seeing hundreds, if not thousands, of people all chattering, just talking, right? These chill spaces with like multiple thousands of people, and all of them wanted to do was get a whitelist. And you would just grind, you would just do whatever, right? You would sing songs, you would get tattoos, you would do
It
anything
was
and everything, including
insanity, man.
selling your kids, right? To make it happen. It was insane. The amount of people, like, I know a guy who was a musician, and all he did was create basically jingles for every single project for whitelist. that's the insanity of the days where like, and they got it, and they got it every time. They
And
minted,
whitelist meant something,
right?
it meant something.
And they minted, and then they floored it, right? And then they just sold it. But what I also add, no, you're 100% right. It meant something. But the crazy part is not necessarily the cheaters and the people who sold, but what the crazy part is, is just the amount of people that were onboarding into the space looking for the quick buck. You finally
Mhm.
had people that you didn't ever hear, but you were like talking about on social media, right? On your Facebook, on Clubhouse, like all these other formats and channels that people are talking about. Even media agencies. How many, like, there were at least like 10 to 15 media agencies, quote unquote, that were doing spaces. And where are they now?
I know,
Right?
Like the agency Meta around that point, like by the time the 2022 rolled around, there was hundreds of these motherfuckers charging 20K a month. And I think this is what happened is as money came into the space, the amount of businesses that were predating on projects and basically controlling the access to the people, because before the people found the projects and the people grinded the projects we talked about, people hanging out in Discord and all of that. As soon as like agencies and their sort of influencers became the gatekeepers of this, the entire space basically fell apart. Like as soon as projects had to spend so much money in getting noticed because the noise was like the sort of the signal to noise ratio was too high, like I think the wheels came off. And I do think that even Twitter getting rid of the hexagon PFPs and basically getting rid of cryptocurrencies and NFTs as a topic was a massive blow to the industry. And that doesn't even begin to sort of think like, which was it? Was it Blur that removed royalties because they found out, you could do royalty free. Royalty free was like the final fucking nail in that bear market coffin. So yeah,
Oh, and
next.
just to add real quick, Matt,
Mm.
sorry, apologies. We got to forget, people used to buy PFP for a thing called traits. And because of
Mhm.
Blur, it removed and eliminated that entire like genre, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to pay Rarity Sniper an
Mhm.
ETH.
Insanity. And I mean, that was basically people were just grinding Blur. And you could see the effect as soon as the project was on Blur with someone with size in the amount of collection rate. Let's just say someone held like 50% of a collection. They would just grind that. Every time it went up, they would sell and rebuy and sell and rebuy just to grind the points. And it was like taking any collection that was not fully distributed, like say CryptoPunks, there's not necessarily people who hold the majority of that, but any collection with any kind of liquidity was just getting angle grinded to nothing. And it didn't matter what the founder did or what they released or any roadmaps and shit. It was just very rare for a collection to be able to actually hold up if it was anything other than a massive blue chip. And I think that was one of the death nails of the space. Okay, who's up next?
Creon. And
Yeah, I I wasn't expecting to get a sermon here, but I needed that back in 2020 too. So that false sense of loyalty I had at because especially to this one well, to my own community and also to this one project or team from in Vietnam. But that one, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm not gonna be dropping the name. But the CMO at the time is Australian, and I met these people in an exclusive event. Um, so I was really bullish on that studio, in that team, and also in my community, because in 2021, I don't know if you guys know, but there was like a typhoon in the Philippines that hit a lot of people in the like in the Visayas region of the Philippines, and at that time, the reason why I did not take profit is because um, for the very first time I was able to like help a lot of people, charity there and here and there, and that felt good. And also the community, I mean, to the game community, I felt like I had to be like loyal to these people because I am earning because of them, and I'm also letting people earn. And then come 2022, around February, when things start to go south, right? I still I held on to those NFTs, and let the scholars or the players just continue playing, instead of like selling those NFTs, those assets, which by the way, reach up to like 400K plus in dollars.
No, those were
Um,
the times, man.
I was like thinking of like maybe 2 more months, and I was like planning to buy a like a property and a car, and that all crumbled, after the mid February when the war started in Ukraine, and then come FTX, and then there's Luna. Everything just
Oh
followed.
man, it was
And
just like
I-
one blow after another, wasn't it? I remember we were trying
Luna
to
was
raise.
fun.
It was
yeah,
crazy, man. Like it was like watching the valuations in the market was like it was. I used to say to the investors, like, I'm catching this falling knife, and so many times that all I've got is like 2 bags of fingers. I mean, it was absolute insanity, man. Yeah, I see Doug Funk just joined us. Give us some love, Doug Funk. What's your happy 2021 memories? And then,
Oh, baby. Hello. I'm so sorry. It's incredibly loud. I'm in the washroom of some up in Dubai. There's dancing pirates on the stage.
you're still in Dubai. I
Greetings,
thought you'd get
everybody.
stuck in a camel left in the desert and have
Nah,
to like
still
hollow
here,
it
mate.
out and be inside it for heat.
Still here, baby. They won't let me go. I at the Pocket Gamer Expo, which is a traditional fair. It's been 2 days of business, and then there's a 2 days of tour, which I'll be attending today. It's been I've been out here hobnobbing with the traditional gaming community, and guess what? They are still interested in us. They just want us. It's incredible. There's been a crazy amount of synergy here. So about 2020. Ask me a question, I'll answer it.
I mean, you're rugging
What
hard,
do you want to
man.
know?
So you're rugging hard.
You're like a
rugging.
robot, bro.
It's like the harder,
Oh
faster
man,
Dark
I'm so
Funk.
sorry.
Dr. Funk, you're
Well, I'm in the
Daft Punk right
I'm
now.
in the club. Yeah,
Of course
look.
you
Oh,
are.
we got. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Am I
can hear
good?
you, Barty Funk. What's your 2021 memory? What did you round trip? What?
Oh, can I just step here just on the call? I won't go upstairs. Thank you. No problem. Sorry, I'm
I'm
being
getting told
directed.
off as well.
You know how I roll. Listen, my 2021 memory is it's like a big bang of explosive, creative, fantastic energy that was unfortunately mired by greedy, disgusting, horrible narrative. And it's like the progenitor of all the stuff that we need to eradicate from everyone's vocabulary in public on Twitter right now. That's where it became. We can repeat that. We can use AI. We can even do it better. The ability to use AI to help us build businesses, the things like that's just what we tried to do. There were so many good projects and so many good people trying to do something real that got swallowed up by this like up only market stuff. I mean, like the tools that we have now are so much more incredible. We've got 4 more years worth of advancements, 4 more years worth of primitives. It's so much easier to put this stuff together. We can do it. We can do anything. And that's the thing that I'm trying to tell everybody right now, because I'm being very loud on the timeline about fixing the culture. All we have to do is repair the culture. And we have to remember that, yes, we can make money, but making money is not the entire point of using this technology. It's to build amazing shit together. So if we can just all do that, and then we can tell everyone who's saying stuff that is against that to please STFU and GTFO, we'll have a much better time of actually achieving our beautiful, wonderful dreams using this technology, and that's my piece.
And that is a fantastic piece. We've had a Party Funk 2 spaces in a row, and he's literally living up to his name as Dr. Funk. He's like, last time he was entering a rave, now he's in an actual club. Pipe Dream, give us your thoughts. Your hand's been up for quite some time, and then we will wrap this wonderful space up with all of these fantastic people. Get ready to follow each other, follow the speakers, and yeah, what are you thinking, Pipe?
Yeah, so I think there was a Nike NFT mint, if I'm not mistaken.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I tried to get in on that. I mean, fucking, it was like 650. I was there on time. I had the ETH and $650 gas. I was like, fuck that, no way. I mean, that I was really annoyed by that one. And Nike ended up making $1 billion fucking dollars from NFTs that year. So that was a very lucrative experiment. And people always say, "Oh, but getting a wallet and getting MetaMask and all these barriers to entry. Who's going to get into it? If people want it badly enough, they will just do it. Yeah,
I mean, 2021, I think, was the time that you were punished for being lazy. You were punished for not finding out.
Absolutely,
You were punished for not being active, like more
Absolutely.
so than in any other time, right?
Exactly. You have to get with the program, and if this, and it's, I think it's there's this concept called emotional arbitrage that I learned from this marketer called Rory Sutherland. You know, if you make people want it emotionally on an emotional level badly enough, they will go through whatever hurdles are necessary to get the thing. And
I could just put the treasury into Bitcoin. And he was like, no, you're not a trader. Don't do that. And yeah, we fucked up, man. We fucked up. And yeah, all your companies are now dead, man. No, joking. Acquisition
By the way,
offer on the way for that one.
just a disclaimer: Matthew is not a CFO.
Actually, previously I was CEO and CFO, and I didn't put anything into Bitcoin. I kept it in stables and bled out just like the rest of the projects in 2022 and 2023. And I used all of my own personal stash of, I think it was 9 just to keep the thing going. back in the day when ETH was worth basically what it is now because went to shit. But it's been like, I think, right, 2021 was magic. And even though we're at Bitcoin 100K, I don't feel the magic yet. What is going to bring the magic? We will tackle that in more spaces. This has been absolutely amazing. Follow these fantastic people. Thank you so much for coming to No Cap Gaming. We love you all. It's going to be a fucking beautiful, beautiful bull run. We have a merry pope now. It's huge. Sadly, we couldn't get the president himself to attend today, but we will be there on another episode of No Cap Gaming. I've been Matt. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Adios, amigos.
Ciao, ciao.